to step outside like men?
We are outside.
Fine. How about we step inside and handle this like women?
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek. Joining me as always is Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And the Dude. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Brain Donors. But before we get into this movie, let's check out that trailer, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Flag fires. I'm turning it low. Don't try to get up. We're both fine. I know what I'm doing. Aren't those numbers clicking by awfully fast?
You're probably a speed reader.
Well, you got me there. See some experiment that went wrong?
Why don't we step outside and settle this like men?
We are outside.
Now why don't we step inside and settle this like women?
I'm twice the man you are.
So is she. And it's driving me mad.
You looked 18, officer, I swear.
You're gonna spank me?
We can start there. I could make love to you right here and now.
Roland, please. Let's keep this on a professional level.
Very well, then I'll charge you $50 a pop.
Huh?
This is ludicrous. Society's to blame. There's too much violence in the movie. It's my environment. We were carrying out orders. It's the Japanese that buying up everything.
The operation is a success!
And there you have it. Brain Donors, ladies and gentlemen. The Dude, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this movie?
Look, of course it's a Zucker Brothers movie.
Yes.
David and Jerry Zucker. Of course it's a Zucker Brothers movie.
I mean, you can say that, but Dennis Dugan directed it, and I don't see any Zucker name on the writers. So.
Oh, it was on the previews or the
they probably produced it, is what they did. 3 maniac idiots, a lawyer, a cab driver, and a handyman team up to run a ballet company to fulfill the will of a millionaire. Stooge-like antics results as the trio try to outwit the rich widow. That's the movie with a running time of 1 hour and 20 minutes. When you could get away with a running time, made in 1992.
All right. Well, why don't you
can
tell us?
See a lot of Three Stooges in that.
Yes.
Well,
a lot of Three Stooges antics.
Well, in reality, this is actually a modern day adaptation of a Marx Brothers film.
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us your first impressions of this movie, The Dude?
You know, I was just about to do that. You don't need to act like I'm a first-time guest on your show.
Why don't you shut up and tell us?
Tell us your first impressions.
I think that's what I took
the goddamn soundtrack in your mind.
You can curry the hell
You know what? I'm surrounded by assholes.
Oh, Jesus. The Bearded Geek has a toy now, folks.
Look at me. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Sound effects.
I saw this movie. I saw this movie when I was 9 or 10 years old, when it was on like HBO or Showtime or Cinemax. It was probably HBO. It's extremely silly. It's extremely goofy. So I, of course, absolutely loved it. It's a film that I found just as funny 30 years ago as I do now. It's the first movie that I remember John Turturro in. So. And it was just recently that I found out that Lillian Oglethorpe is also Tony Soprano's mother, which was crazy rewatching The Sopranos. But yeah, that's Mikey the Freak. What were your first impressions of the film?
Look, so I do remember watching this, and it was on HBO. I do remember it coming out on HBO. I watched a lot of HBO in the 90s. And Didn't know much about the characters other than or the actors other than Bob Nelson from his stand-up bit in the 90s. I do remember him doing that. But John Turturro, a pretty big name, plays a huge role in this movie, of course. But just silly. You kind of have to get a lot of the stuff that they talk about. It's kind of that quick, witty, that real quick comeback type comedy. So funny, somewhat entertaining. I think the first time I ever saw Mel Smith was in European Vacation, and seeing him in this movie was like, oh, I know that guy. I didn't think he was that big of a comedian, but he's huge he was huge in England, so overseas. So, but to me, I do like the funniness of it, some of the comedy, some of the quick wit, and then just stupidity, just cracked stupid. That's it. That's basically what it is. Bearded Geek, what about you?
This movie was dumb. This was my first time watching. Yeah, this was my first time watching this movie. You're right. It is quick witted. It was quick witted. You do got to keep up with it. They didn't leave a lot of time for the jokes to marinate. But yeah, I did not care for, like, I was in my phone half the time. I did not care to follow it, but I did watch it. So that is my first impressions.
Such a disservice to the film.
I can see if I probably would have saw this around the age of 10 or 13 or so, where it would have been like something ingrained in me, where it would have been, where it would have been hilarious. But I didn't. I saw this as a 46-year-old man. So, this movie was, dude. Let's move on to ratings. How would you rate this movie, sir?
9 out of 10. Movie's amazing. I love it. Oh yeah, no. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm not even kidding. If I'm in a bad mood, put this movie on, it'll make me laugh. If I'm not feeling good, put this movie on, it makes me feel better. I laugh at the same stupid jokes. I quote this movie with friends. Like, I love this movie. Mikey the Freak, what about you?
I am definitely not as high as you are, literally. I'm probably in the man. I love it. Oh, that's a perfect. That was perfect. Perfect sound effect. But I'm in the 6 range. I did think it was a cute movie. It was, like I said, I liked some of the comedy and the quick wit of it. But if it came on, I probably wouldn't stop and watch it. I don't know if I would turn the channel. I mean, I'd probably watch it if I was flipping through and there was nothing on, I would watch it. But definitely if there's something on, I would go right by it. Recommending it to other people.
Yes. Watch it.
If you're a John Turturro fan, I think that's probably one of the only people, maybe Mel Smith. Not a lot of people would know Bob Nelson unless you're from the 90s, because after the 90s, he kind of just fell off and didn't really do much. But if you're a John Turturro fan, because he's done so much now, I'd be like, hey, you should watch this movie with John Turturro. I think you'd like it. But yeah, I'm at a 6. What about you, Bearded Geek?
So I think we're going to be doing this in multiples of 3 because this is a 3. This is not. It's not Mac and Me bad. It's not Mac and Me bad, but it's.
Look, let me tell you this: there is nothing that's Mac and Me bad.
This is accurate.
No. Mac and Me didn't make me laugh. It didn't make me cry. It kept me unentertained. It was stupid as shit. The animatronics was terrible. The makeup, everything was terrible about that movie. This was not even close to Mac and Me.
Look. Let me just tell you, Bearded Geek, you're wrong. But I digress. Continue.
No, that's fine. As Mikey the Freak did say, if he was flipping through the channels and this was the only thing on, I'd take a nap. But I could not recommend this movie.
You could watch this movie and then it would make you take a nap. Rim shot.
Boom. Yeah. I don't know if I could recommend this movie to anybody, but that's why 3 of us watch it. We all have different opinions of it, so
True.
yeah, I'm just going to move on to some fun facts before I offend anybody. So
too late. Too
late, asshole. You gave it a 3.
Alex Baldwin actually turned down the role of Ronald F. Flackpfizer or
Roland T. Flack.
Roland T. Flack. Yeah,
yes.
I'm looking right at it.
Are you saying Alec Baldwin? Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said Alex, and I was like, "Who the f is Alex Baldwin?"
No, Alec Baldwin. The line "You're excited. You should feel these nipples" was later reused by producer David Zucker in 2 movies he directed. Basketball and Scary Movie 3.
That is a line that I have used multiple times in real life.
Yeah.
Dennis Dugan, an actor, began his career of directing broad slapstick wacky comedies. He'd go on to direct most Adam Sandler movies. So there you have some fun facts about this movie. Steve, what do we have for a soundtrack?
There is really not that much of a soundtrack. But hold on. Theme from New York, because they do have that as they're going on in. Alfie, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and let's call the whole thing off. That is the entire soundtrack to Brain Odors.
That's like a gold record right there. Jesus.
Yeah. I will say that was probably my favorite part of the whole movie was when they sung The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Yeah.
That's your favorite part of the whole thing?
The whole movie.
Yeah.
Not the nipples part. Just
Nope. It's CP time. Mikey the Freak, what do we have for some related reels, sir?
God, you're killing me. So I did do the main character, of course, John Turturro. He's been in tons of movies: Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Mr. Deeds, of course, and then Don't Mess with the Zohan. So he was with Adam Sandler on a few of his flicks. What
Rounders?
Movie are you thinking about?
No Rounders?
No. I always think John Malkovich more than Turturro in it.
It's You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
I always just say don't mess with the Zohan.
It's you don't mess with the Zohan.
Yeah, we can mess with him, but you
don't mess with him.
You don't mess with the Zohan.
Not my favorite movie with him in it, but yeah, No Rounders. There's a bunch of movies, man. His list was so long, it's credible.
Transformers. I just watched him in that.
There's a couple of Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
So Mel Smith, notable for National Lampoon's European Vacation, $376 American dollars. The Princess Bride, of course, and then Not the 9 O'Clock News. So that was a skit comedy where it's a satire.
Stuart Penkin was on that show.
Huh?
Stuart Penkin was on that show, I want to say.
Yes, not the 9 O'Clock News. That was hilarious. I watched a couple episodes. I'm like, I got to put that one on. But I can't find it anywhere to watch it. One of those SCTV type shows. Yeah. So funny. And then Nancy Marchand. She is the one in Naked Gun from the Files of the Police Squad. Sabrina and Dear God, and she's the one that plays Tony Soprano's mother. She's Lillian Oglethorpe. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, as we come to a close, the dude, where can we find you on your podcast, sir? That way? Okay.
That way.
Okay. Well,
Tip the veal, try the staff. Thank you all for coming.
No.
Make sure you check out the Mod Squad Network, the sister channel of Back to the Retro Review, where we have a wrestling show, a movie show, a horror show, a gamer
Horror
show, and we go live.
I love horror shows.
Yep, you may find this guy right here on the horror show every now and again.
What? I'm not on a horror show. I'm on the horror show, not the horror show.
We also go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. All right, I do believe that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. So for Mikey the Freak and the Dude, I am the Bearded Geek saying thank you for being a friend, everybody.
Fill these nipples.